as a very side pass, although people will say that. But that is the price we pay for the job. Even if you are not on TV presenting, but the mere fact that you appear as a reporter, you go out in the streets, people point at you. So it also keeps that pressure on you, meaning you have to be very exemplary in whatever you do, because you are in the public's eye, the public's domain, so the people look up to you, especially students. It's very heartwarming to meet with somebody on the streets, a children, a school-going kid, to say, look, you inspire me, you motivate me. It doesn't mean you know everything, you don't know all, nobody. We all expected to be on the learning curve until the day when we disappear in thin air. But it's pleasing if somebody can meet you, point you out in the street to say, look, you inspire me, you motivate me whenever I see you on TV. To them that may look very simple or flimsy, but to us that is big. That is big, and it keeps us on our toes to make sure, look, you don't want to fail somebody. You know you have somebody there watching, and they learn. To be frank, we all learn from the news, as even when we don't join TV, but as mere viewers out there, you learn. So if you find yourself in a situation where you present the news, you're not only the voice, but you're also the image of the country. So the example you set there goes a lot to tell about not only the institution, but the country as a whole. Because sometimes it happened to me. You have, since Grts is on satellite, you meet with people who are overseas, and they'll tell you, recently I met someone from the UK during the Bakau Brufut game, but no, Bakau Banjul game at the Serekuna. This guy is living in the United Kingdom, and I was pleased when he cornered me to say, keep it up, I've been following you, and that is, the monetary value may not be very significant here, but such is a huge price, and it keeps us going, and that is the spirit that is keeping us here, honestly. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Since we are talking about maybe popularity and how we manage it, I believe it's like I can, not afford to at least maybe talk to Babukar at this moment in time, because I believe it's like he's also, if Famara, like I said earlier, is shy, I believe Babukar, if I may use that word, is super shy. But that notwithstanding, he's also very hardworking. And I believe he's as constant as the sun, because you come here every day, Babukar is around. He's indefatigable. Babukar, what is the secret behind your, should I say, strength?
I think I haven't been as active as you would want me to believe, but I think basically it's sheer belief in what I really want to do, knowing that I've always believed in working hard and getting my time together, focus on what I want to do, and get it done best. Yeah.
All right. But again, I believe it's like all here will agree with me that you're kind of, a shining example. A lot of these junior reporters look up to you, and you are also a reliable shoulder to lean on, because I know the level of cooperation between you and the staff, rest of the staff, myself, Balde, and all other members of the newsroom. So it's like, how do you see your work as an editor? Because you're not only working on the news in particular, but you also have another junior reporter that you're coaching, and I believe you also help in maybe producing Sports Tonight. You've not been going out in the field of late, and I believe you must be, at least to some extent, you kind of, miss maybe the sporting activities that you cover and the like. How do you kind of, maintain this delicate balance between, working, between, at least, fulfilling your social responsibilities, because I believe you have family, you have friends and the like, there are ceremonies you have to attend, but you're here almost every day, Babukar. How do you manage, walking this kind of, thin line?
Yeah, I think I'll go first to the issue of sports, because I'm very much particular about our sports, and the example that I would give to everyone, like the other day I just joined the vehicle coming, and I met one of my closest friends. I met some years back, and he introduced me to his wife, and then he said, do you know Babukar? The wife was a little bit uncomfortable. He said, he works at Grts, and I said, yes, I work. He was a bosom friend. He said, I thought you travel. I said, no, I'm around. He said, I've not been seeing you on sports. I said, yes. I said, I've not been going on sports program, but I've been also busy behind the scenes. Sometimes people think when you don't appear on TV, you don't work. But it's a totally different thing. Balancing between the two. I would want to go on coverage all the time. But I believe sitting also editing, the seamless transition from a reporter to an editor, full-time editor, is an unbelievable thing. And that is exactly what I really wanted to do, sitting down there and edit news. I believe that gave me something I really enjoy. Coming down into the newsroom, facing some of the, the people, the reporters, yourself, Balde and Fofana and Aisatu. It's a family that I would never want to miss. And I'm always inspired when I see people around me, going down there, working on details to make sure that news is definitely, it wouldn't be perfect, but near perfect. And I keep thinking all the time, when I get home, I'm a type of person who didn't want to be disturbed. And if I am at home, my mind is always on this particular thing. What would we be able to do to get our news? And that is very important, our news to perfection. Outside news and GRTS work, it's a totally different thing. To balance my work, I do see my family, but it is very minimal. And that is something I would definitely need to work on in the coming year, seriously. Yeah.
Mo, you also, one of the reporters on Sundays, you do work with Balde, or editors on Sundays, you do work with Balde. And at times, because of the nature of his maybe engagements and the like, you have to at least take care of the entire bulletin, if not entirely on your own. Maybe at least you need to take the lead till at least Balde managers to catch up with you. And I know that you're kind of passionate about your days off and the like, and also you're also a family man. You have a wife and I believe a beautiful daughter. And also I believe you're also going to the university as a student. How do you juggle these three?
Thank you so much, Francis. I think I would just like to thank you and thank GRTS for this opportunity, because this is the second time. This is the second time that we have in this forum, and unfortunately last year I was not around, I was on leave. So this is my maiden appearance on the Reporters Forum. I'd just like to thank you and thank everybody for giving me that opportunity. Well, as you've said, the nature of our work here is such that it takes most of your time. You have to be totally committed to the work that we do here. Since we started as reporters, it has always been a challenge, a challenge to deliver, to the public, because that's what the public expect from us. Expect we give them news, and news, as we all know, is every day. 2 bulletins every day, so that requires a lot of work. And then, from a reporter that transition to an assistant news editor, that is added responsibility, another challenge. But I think, as the others have said, Aissatou, Famara, Balde, and Senghor have said, in as much as it is a challenge, it is also we also enjoy doing it, because that's our work. I think that's the nature of our work, and we have to do it as expected of us. So, given this responsibility, assistant news editing, reporting, then the family at home, going to school, though fortunately for me I've just finished my university education this semester. So I know that has also removed a lot, some of the burden on me, that will also allow me to concentrate on work and family. I think balancing this, all this together becomes very difficult, but not impossible. I think everything has its time. You have a job, when the job comes, you have to do the job. You have to give all your time, all your resources to do the job. Make sure that you do it to the best of your ability. And I think that's what I have been trying to do. Make sure that I live up to expectations, despite the fact that I have other commitments, but the job comes first. And since I realized that, I've been trying to do that. And thank God, and you people have been very understanding. I have to admit it. I think if it were not for you, RD, management of GRTS, particularly yourself, who has been assigning us